RGB Ripples. Yo, what's up? It's someone that's no one, and welcome back to today's report. Today's report is coming from 123 off Wood, where they took 6.5 grams of Syrian Rue. And here's the full report details. Alright, so here we are finally introducing the substance, Syrian Rue. This has popped up a handful of times in ayahuasca reports, I believe, as it can be used as an ingredient in the brew. But this actually came up in a report on the Patreon where the user made a tea with it. Syrian Rue by itself does act as a potent MAOI, and it is common to get some effects out of the Rue by itself. This report here shows that psychoactive potential, and shows how well it may be playing a role in a trip. This turns out to be a pretty potent trip for 123 and his friend, but we'll break the experience and Syrian Rue down more in a future video. For now, I'm sure you'll enjoy this one, so without further ado, let's dive right into it. At approximately 10 a.m., my friend Kay and I started the brewing process. Kay and I ate our last meals without any foods high in tyramine at about 7 p.m. the night before. Approximately 13 grams of Syrian Rue were put into Ziploc baggies and smashed to bits. This was then put into a metal cooking pot with enough bottled water to drink. We put it on medium heat until it became warm. Then, about 1/4 of the fake lemons with lemon concentrate were added to the brew. This was left to boil on medium heat until some of the water was evaporated, 15 to 20 minutes. We mixed in 1 packet of Crystal Light peach tea with ice. We kept a glass of orange juice to drink after every sip of Syrian Rue. This stuff is absolutely horrid. I don't think I've ever tasted anything like it. Over the course of about 10 minutes, Kay and I sipped the brew, about 6.5 grams of Syrian Rue each. 15 minutes. We both agreed that we could feel something subtle. 30 minutes. I never read anything about a body high with this stuff. Kay and I both agreed we had extreme body highs, especially in our legs. 35 minutes. We started to watch MTV. I hate MTV, but the Gorillas Feel Good Incorporated video was on. It was definitely good. Better than if we had no Rue in our stomachs. 40 minutes. Kay said, "Fuck this," and he went into his room to listen to some Pink Floyd. I followed to see if he was alright. He said he was great, and he just wanted to chill out and listen. He laid on the bed and I on the floor. We both agreed on "Wish You Were Here." 48 minutes or so. The singing in "Shine On You Crazy Diamond" started. I decided to try and stare at the white ceiling and black everything else out. This proved to be quite an experience. I forgot to mention that this was my first psychedelic experience. As I blacked everything else out, the black dot that appeared turned into a wormhole. This was not a hallucination, but more of an intense visual. Then, out of nowhere, a tunnel appeared around my head and the wormhole, and I was sucked backwards through it. I got up and told Kay to do the same thing. He did and said he saw it too. 55 minutes. I felt like I lost all control of my eyes and they would follow invisible black dots around the ceiling. I found this to be not frightening, but wonderful. 1 hour. I had to pee really bad. I got up to go upstairs. I almost immediately lost my balance. I was extremely dizzy, and moving my eyes and head too much caused uncomfortable dizziness. I went upstairs and looked in the mirror in the bathroom. There didn't seem to be any change in the appearances of my eyes. After using the bathroom, I went back downstairs to listen to more music. 1 hour, 10 minutes. Even though I think they were there the whole time, I started to notice very small, subtle, red, green, and blue ripples. They weren't really intense or anything, but I was really excited. I asked Kay if he saw it too. He paused for a moment and optimistically said yes. I lay back down. 2 hours, 10 minutes. We both went upstairs to watch television. Mine and Kay's stomachs started to feel upset. We both went into different bathrooms and vomited the contents of our stomachs. This is when it started to wear off, I think. 2 hours, 30 minutes. Our friend M called and asked if we wanted to go to Taco Bell to eat. We complied. and about 20 minutes later, he came over. 2 hours, 50 minutes. We let him know what we did, and we got on our bicycles to go to Taco Bell. It was then that I remembered that we can't eat certain foods, and as I suspected, Kay forgot about it as well. Riding bikes felt really good with the wind going past us, even though we were almost at baseline at this time. We ordered tater tots and a soda each, and consumed them. 3 hours, 15 minutes. I had to leave to go to home, which was a 5-mile bike ride. Although mostly uphill, it was a fun bike ride. In conclusion, this was probably one of my favorite experiences. I've only done a few drugs because I'm pretty new to the drug scene, but my experiences include marijuana and small doses of morning glory seeds. Not anything enough to do too much. However, I think the body high felt like what I would imagine opiates to feel like. The visual element was not overwhelming, but it was very pleasant. The only thing about the experience I didn't like was the dizziness. In the future, I plan to do it again, as I have about a pound of this stuff, but in a higher dose.